Aben is a remote village of about 75 households, nestled amidst the hills in Tamenglong district of Manipur in northeast India. David Gandhi, an agriculturalist with over 30 years of grassroots level experience in NGOs and development organizations all over the world, has made Aben his home for the last 4 years, working on a range of environment-friendly agriculture-led interventions with the local community. Accompanying him is his wife Usha, who is on a personal mission of her own to facilitate quality education in the local school, which was otherwise poorly equipped by way of infrastructure as well as teaching staff. Usha and David otherwise reside in the city of Pune in western India, some 3,200 kilometers away. A picturesque, scenic village but with poor connectivity, Aben is largely cut off from urban areas and markets. In the best of conditions, it takes anywhere between 3 to 4 hours in a four-wheel drive vehicle to get there from the nearest roadhead. The villagers, however, are progressive, optimistic, open to new ideas and keen to move up the development ladder. Over the last 3 years, Mrida has partnered with the Gandhis and with the Aben Village Development Committee, supporting a range of agri and education-led development interventions to provide sustainable livelihoods and make them more self-reliant. The locals have quickly taken to salt or sloping agriculture land technology, an alternate form of agriculture to replace traditional slash and burn cultivation, which is harmful and environmentally unsustainable. Salt utilizes the strengths while addressing the weaknesses of jhumming or shifting cultivation. The salt technique is better suited to cope with dry spells, erratic rainfall, and soil erosion. It allows for better pest control through biodiversity management and reduces risks of crop failure through diversification. Integral to salt are related interventions such as goat rearing, fish ponds, and backyard poultry, activities that not only support and sustain the salt ecosystem, but also provide sustainable livelihood opportunities to the farmers and to the community.
Another aspect of salt, or another component of salt is livestock. We started with goats and we incorporated piggery, fish rearing, and also now we are trying out poultry. Now the advantage of livestock is that it brings in cash income through sale of animals. There's a good market for that locally. It's also food. People can consume it in the form of meat and eggs. And the manure is a very important source of fertilizer for the plants. And we've had good successes even in the short time frame. We already have some fish ponds. We started with one, and that has been able to encourage farmers to try out more. We have a successful broiler poultry unit in the salt farm. We have some successful examples of honeybee rearing. All this feeds into the same piece of land, the same livelihood strategy. And we feel that this will be sustainable and a good alternative to chewing.
Mrida has provided financial support in the form of loans through the VDC to farmers to move from conventional jhumming to salt. Mrida also encourages cultivation of crops and grains like turmeric and millets, which it can feed to its own supply chain. Farmers are offered better than market value for these products in order to provide added support. Villagers are also encouraged to engage in value addition activities like boiling, drying, and cleaning of turmeric to significantly enhance the value realized. This helps farmers repay their loans, which the VDC in turn passes on the other farmers to promote salt further. Salt adoption also leads to a reduction in greenhouse gas emissions and improved carbon sink in the soil. Having seen initial successes and its increasingly widespread adoption within Aben, efforts are now underway in conjunction with the district headquarters to extend salt to other villages in the vicinity as well. The CEO of this district has himself shown keen interest and has also visited the village himself to observe and assess the impact. Apart from direct benefits, salt and allied initiatives also have the potential to facilitate and encourage reverse migration. Villagers coming back to their roots from locations far away, such as Bangalore and Chennai in the south of India. Apiculture is a potentially lucrative livelihood activity which would also improve agricultural yield through cross-pollination. The first training workshop on beekeeping was conducted in 2017. This included teaching beneficiaries how to catch wild bees and transfer them to the boxes. In 2019, another course was held to help beekeepers solve challenges such as predator attacks, death of queen bees, fused frames, colonies abandoning the bee boxes, incorrect bee box design, and so on. Efforts are now underway to organize refresher training and conduct a campaign to further popularize beekeeping within the community. Mr. Chubuing Daim, a farmer of the region, mastered the skill of rearing the Indian honeybee and now has 6 active bee boxes made from scrap wood left over from the construction of his house. He is currently looking at making 3 more boxes. The honey he harvests is in great demand and sells for around 700 rupees per kg. The people here also have a rich history of making hand-woven Naga shawls and skirts. While this aspect has not been addressed so far, it does provide an opportunity for value addition and income enhancement moving forward. The passion and commitment with which Usha took up the cause of supporting the local school in Aben, while David focused on salt, prompted Mrida to connect Usha and the VDC with a partner not-for-profit organization called OSAT, One School at a Time. OSAT chipped in with funding for improving infrastructure of the existing primary school and providing new nursery classroom infrastructure. Children in Aben now have access to better facilities apart from the personal inputs and guidance of Usha and a team of local volunteers that she has also successfully put together and trained in the meanwhile.
But it's only in Jan-Feb of 2017 I realized what was happening in the school. Then talking to the people in the village and especially to the mothers and the women, I came to know about the situation here, basically being no trained teachers or not even a proper system of education. So that's when I decided that since we are going to be staying and working here, let me do my best and contribute in whatever way I can. By and by, of course, I came to realize that the villagers themselves put in the 10th standard or 12th standard passed individuals as teachers. They receive no training from the government. There is no input for them to be even a little effective in their jobs. I have to appreciate the fact that they have somehow managed to keep school going for these children with whatever means was possible for them. My motivation in all of this is that the children are innocent of the system that is beyond their control, that isn't really helping them. But those of us who are capable, who have the experience and the ability, and if such a situation comes in front of us, I think we should step out of our comfort zone and do something for that situation. It is a complete delight to work with them because I find the children just as intelligent and as smart and creative as the ones we find in mainland. It is just that they don't have the opportunity. There is no one to guide them, there is no one to help them. So I really went out and did whatever was in our ability to do for the school.
The education intervention is in line with Mrida's approach and philosophy of using as an entry point. In this case, sustainable agriculture, but gradually impacting other aspects of village life as well. It has been a fascinating journey in Aben so far, with the community and with the Gandhis, with a lot of learning and good impact on the ground. Future plans include involving engaging actively with local youth to harness their energy and with the VDC to come up with a 3 to 5 year vision and future interventions for their village, building on the momentum created and the positive initial results. This would include local art and craft, fruit orchards, and moving up the agricultural value chain into areas such as food processing, packaging, preservation, and so on.
So we are encouraging farmers to grow this on the salt farms as well as a seasonal crop. And now Mrida is going to look into the possibilities of finding a market for it. So if that works, then that opens a new avenue of production and earning income. And the experience has been good.